Hey everybody, it's Jamie from No Getting Off This Train, and in today's video I have 3 really easy meal prep recipes that you can make in your air fryer. I'm not sure what the weather is like for you all right now, but spring is coming and warmer weather is coming, and then soon summer is gonna be upon us. And I don't know about you, but I hate heating up my kitchen during those hot summer months. I try not to use my oven much at all. If I do, it's usually in the morning. But if I do have to cook, I try to rely on my appliances like my slow cooker, my Instant Pot, and my air fryer. I got my air fryer a couple years ago, didn't use it for a little while, and then I realized what I could do with it and how easy it was to use, and now I am hooked. When you feel like you have no time during the week to make dinner, meal prep is great for that. Take maybe an hour on a Sunday afternoon or whenever you have time and make like one recipe. Maybe it's enough lunches to last the entire week. Maybe it's like one dinner that you can freeze and just pull out some servings when you need it. I will include a link to my meal prep playlist down below, so make sure you check that out because I have so many different meal prep ideas for you. Now in today's video, I am making roasted broccoli in the air fryer for you. I am also making Italian meatballs, and then to finish, I'm going to make some turkey sausages and potatoes. First of all, let me show you what my air fryer looks like, and then we'll get into the recipes. So this is my air fryer. This is the Gourmet brand. I don't know exactly how many quarts this is, but all you do is open this up, and on the inside, you have this little rack here. So if you wanted to cook a couple of things together but don't want to separate them, you can put this in and then cook it like that. It also has this little thing right here. You can always take it out to clean it really easily. You put everything in here. Now, I've been told that when you put stuff in here, you should not spray it with cooking spray, that you need to like take some oil and just by yourself rub it in. And apparently that is because if you use cooking spray, something in the cooking spray messes up the material on that. So double check just to make sure. But all you do is put the stuff in here and then you slide it in. And then the screen will pop up when you plug it in. I'll show you what that looks like later. But then you set it for the temperature, you set it for the time, and then you cook it. Now, depending on what you're making, whether you're making like meatballs or something, you'll want to keep them in one layer. Things like vegetables and potatoes, I don't normally put them all in a single layer because I will take it out and shake it just like that, as you'll see me do with the broccoli. But that is my air fryer in a nutshell. What do you say we get to cooking? The first thing we're going to make is roasted broccoli. Now this bag right here, I got on sale at Jungle Gyms. It was on the clearance section. So all you have to do is wash it first of all, and then slice it up just like this. And you can actually keep the stalks and you can shred them and turn them into broccoli slaw if you want to. It's actually pretty good. And you need to make sure that you break the broccoli apart into smaller pieces. Make sure they're pretty evenly cut up, that way they all cook evenly. Now I drizzled some olive oil and put salt, pepper, and garlic powder in there. You probably could have done it in a separate bowl if you wanted to. I just did it all in here. Give it a good shake and then put it in the air fryer. Now I set mine to 400 degrees and I usually start it at around 15 minutes. I've kind of noticed that the air fryer tends to cook a little bit faster than the oven. And then because there's so much broccoli in there, I take it out and shake it probably every 3 to 4 minutes. This was after like 12 minutes and it was definitely finished. You can see all of the brown on top there. So for this, I served this with some pulled pork that I put in the slow cooker, as well as some quinoa. I like making bowls out of everything. So then I put some shredded cheese and barbecue sauce on top. It's the perfect healthy plate. It's got your protein, carbs, vegetables, and healthy fat. My next recipe is meatballs in the air fryer. And let me tell you, I've made this recipe before and it is amazing. So easy to do. I mean, you can make it in the oven as well, but on summer evenings, you don't want the kitchen to get hot. So what I have here is actually ground beef. This is 90% lean, and I got this at Flash Food the other day actually. It says it is $6.23 for a pound of this, but I got it for like $3, which for 90-10 ground beef, that is amazing. Now you don't have to use ground beef, you could use ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever your favorite meat is. This only takes a few minutes put together, just a few more minutes in the air fryer and we're good to go. So let me show you what I've got going on. My idea for these meatballs is to turn them into like marinara topped baked potatoes. So I'm gonna make the meatballs like normal. I've got Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, I have an egg, and then I have panko breadcrumbs, but you could always use just regular breadcrumbs or even oats. Oats tend to work pretty well also. I'm gonna put those together, put them in the air fryer, and then I'm going to bake some of these potatoes. I'm going to shred this mozzarella block, and then we're going to top it with the marinara sauce and the cheese, and probably have some steamed broccoli on the side. So what do you say we get these meatballs ready? First off, let me add the seasonings and stuff. So I'm using panko crumbs, like I said, and you can also use oats. I know that sounds weird, but I have used rolled oats in my meatballs before, and you can put them in the food processor if you want to, or you can just leave them whole, like I usually do, but it works just as well to help bind them together. Now this is an Italian style meatball, but I've also made like taco style meatballs before too, and that was really good. I think I actually have it in a video that I will link down below. But instead of breadcrumbs, I used crushed up tortilla chips. And oh my gosh, that was amazing. I just used different seasonings like cumin, chili powder, a couple other things I think. But yeah, it was awesome. So I spread just a little bit of olive oil over the air fryer there. That'll hopefully keep these from sticking too bad. I'm going to roll these into hopefully 12 meatballs. And then after that, we'll be able to cook them in the air fryer. It's very similar to roasting them in the oven as far as like temperature and time. I think will it go up to 400? I think mine goes up to 400, probably a little bit higher. But these will take about 15 minutes or so to cook. And then while that's going, I will get the baked potatoes ready, and I'll show you one of my little tricks to cook potatoes faster. Alright, this part's super easy. Just slide it right in, and then we'll plug it in. Now mine goes up to 400-ish, I think. So I'm gonna do 400, we're gonna set it to 15 minutes, we're gonna start it. Now let's get those potatoes going. I told you I was gonna show you a little hack that I use to cook potatoes faster. The oven is already preheated to 400. Now, I don't really mind baked potatoes like this, but they take so long to bake. I've already washed these, I've scrubbed them with a little brush. All I do, seriously, is slice them in half just like this. This really cuts down the cooking time. So usually baked potatoes take about an hour or so to bake, but when I cut them in half like this, I can bake them for 30-ish minutes and then they'll be done. So any way that I can save time is good with me. I've sprayed this baking sheet with some cooking spray. I'm just going to lay them face down just like this. I'm going to sprinkle them with salt and pepper, and then I'll spray a little bit more with the cooking spray, and then we'll put them in the oven for about 30 minutes. My side item of choice for today is frozen broccoli. And let me tell you, frozen vegetables can be just as fresh as fresh vegetables because most of the time these vegetables are picked right when they're ripe and they're frozen that way. That way they contain, or they still retain, most of their nutrients. And on busy days, it's so easy to just put this in the microwave for 5 minutes and then you have a side item. This one bag will actually serve 2 of the servings. So I've got 2 bags. All I'm gonna do right now is put these in the microwave and then they'll be finished and we just have to wait on everything else. I stopped them at around 14 minutes and as you can see they are quite brown, which is fine. They need to be at least 165 and they are way above that. So I'd say these are good. Now we get to wait for the potatoes to finish and then we'll put everything together. All right, those are looking good. Let me take a fork to them. Oh yes, they are going through very nicely. See, that only took 30 minutes and they are fully baked. So now we get to assemble our meal prep dishes. So normally I would heat up the spaghetti sauce before pouring it on top, but since this is a meal prep meal and it is going in the fridge anyway, I didn't really see the need to heat this up. But if you're eating it for dinner that night, then yes, definitely heat it up on the stove. Our next recipe is super simple. I'm just doing some sausage and potatoes in the air fryer. So what I have here are some Jenny O sweet Italian turkey sausage. There are 5 links in here, and then I've got a couple or 4 russet potatoes I'm going to dice up. I'm gonna put them here in the air fryer. I will try like 375 for 20-ish minutes or so. I actually think I'm gonna put these guys in first because I'll be honest, I didn't get these out of the freezer the night before, so they are still slightly frozen. So I'll probably put these in for a few extra minutes while I chop those up, and then I'll add the potatoes in later. These sausages are actually really, really good. I've had them quite a few times. I've actually only cooked these on the stovetop, so we'll have to see how well these guys do. Now, these are not cooked at all. These are raw, so you have to fully cook them, obviously. Some sausages are fully cooked, but these are not, which is why I want to put these in first. And again, I'm going to cook these at 375. I'm going to start with 20 minutes and see how that goes. Actually, we'll do 380. It doesn't do 375. And then we'll do 20 minutes and we'll start it. Now, I will probably take only like 5-ish minutes to slice these guys up. So maybe 5 minutes will be enough for that to kind of get a head start, but we'll have to see. Let's take a look here. They look pretty well cooked, but they need to be at least 165. So we need to check all 5 of them. And then we'll see. They may need to go back in for a tiny bit longer. The potatoes might be done, but they can always use a little bit more time as well. Okay, so it looks like, okay, the potatoes feel pretty good. Just poking them, but let's put this in for maybe like 3 more minutes. The lowest ones were like in the 160s, so I'm gonna say a total of 23 minutes at 375, 380, and that should do it. Leave me a comment and let me know if you have an air fryer, and if you do, what are your favorite things to make in there? I've also done like fish sticks. I've done probably fries. I know I love doing roasted vegetables and potatoes in there because it's just so easy to use. If you would like any more air fryer recipes, let me know and I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so right now and like this video and ring that bell so you'll be notified when more videos like this come out, as well as my other grocery hauls, recipes, and meal planning tips. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you later. Did you know I offer one-on-one nutrition coaching? Whether your goal is to lose weight, eat healthier, or just want to know how to get started, I can help. You can schedule a free weight loss discovery call by using the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to chat with you.